everyone, welcome to Biophilia. I hope this helps you with your study time to make it a bit more easier. Before making concepts very clear, to like, share and subscribe to our amazing channel and hit the bell icon to stay updated with all the videos coming up to this channel. As a good habit, Biophilia ensures to have a brief look at the previous topic for perfection in the next. So let's get revising a little about the previous part that we had covered for this chapter. So for the perfection, let's brief out about blood groups, and blood group was our previous topic before this video. So here we will be understanding the main highlights of the topic जो हमने पहले वीडियो में कवर कर लिया है. So we started with the antigen understanding, antigens क्या होते हैं, and along with that we understood what are antibodies. And we also understood that antigen and antibodies are going to be specific to each other. Based on this knowledge, हमने ABO blood group system को समझा था. Then we had understood the RH factor, and finally we completed the video by understanding that how the antigen and antibody reaction occurs between mother and the fetus, occurring the case of erythroblastosis fetalis. So if you want to know more about any of those topics in detail, so you can go and check out that previous part of the chapter. So I will link down the video link in the description box. You can go click on that and view that video. On this channel we have many more videos for different chapters of 11th and 12th biology, so you can go and check that out also. So let's begin this video with the main topic, that is human heart. So are you ready everyone to understand human heart now? Now let's understand about a very important part of the circulatory system, that is human heart. Human heart जो होता है, it is going to be a thick, muscular, a contractile and a automatic pumping organ. Now ये pumping organ works similarly as a water pump. So water pump क्या करता है? It is going to take the underground water and lift it up till the overhead tank. Similarly, the human heart is going to be circulating the fluid, that is blood, in your entire body. Now human heart जो होता है उसको एक term देते हैं, that is myogenic. Now this word myogenic refers as the heart has muscles. So these muscles are able to contract and relax themselves. So उन्हें कोई external stimulus की ज़रूरत नहीं होती है. They are self capable for generating the signals that are called as action potentials. बट ह्यूमन हार्ट जैसे एक बहुत एडवांस्ड ऑर्गन है. Before in the evolution, when the humans were not generated, insects have the heart that are called as neurogenic heart. So neurogenic heart में the action potentials are generated by the nervous system and are provided up till the heart. So after those signals are received, then and then only the heart is going to start pumping. So if by any chance अगर ये action potentials do not reach or are not generated by the neural system, then the heart will stop pumping and the insect may die. But in the case of human heart, since it is going to be myogenic, even if the person is in coma, that is brain dead, then also the human heart is going to keep on pumping because it is myogenic. So whatever we study about heart or related to heart comes under the field that is called as cardiology, and the person who specializes in this study is going to be called as cardiologist. So this is what you know. Now since we are studying about an important organ, we need to understand where is its location. So location of heart is going to be in the middle of the mediastinum. But अभी mediastinum region कहाँ होता है? Before understanding that, let's understand or revise about the location of lungs. So lungs कहाँ होते थे? Lungs होते थे inside the thoracic cavity. So this thoracic cavity is going to be made up by the sternum. और sternum क्या होता है? It is the breastbone that is in the front, making up the thoracic cavity's front side. फिर vertebral column जो होता है, that is going to make the back of the cavity. फिर ribs जो होते हैं, that are starting from the sternum and ending up the vertebral column, that will make up the lateral part. And then finally diaphragm, that is the muscle is going to make up the base of the cavity. So with this, thoracic cavity complete hoti hai, which is the airtight chamber wherein the lungs are located. So the space between the two lungs, okay, space between two lungs is going to be called as the mediastinum, and in this mediastinum your heart is going to be placed. But why did we understand about thoracic cavity then? Thoracic cavity ke bare mein we understood because this cavity is going to provide extra protection for the heart. So even if any damage occurs, the first will get to the sternum, then the vertebral column, the ribs, and after that lungs, and uske niche hogi your heart. So there are various protection levels. So that is the reason we have understood about the thoracic cavity as well. So in this figure number 1, can you locate the mediastinum, that is the location for heart? It is going to be this blue colored region wherein your heart is going to be located. Now let's understand about the weight of the heart. Weight of the heart is generally higher in the case of males. They say it is around 300 grams, and in females it will be 250 grams. Now you might ask कि males में heart का वजन ज़्यादा होने का क्या reason है? So it is because of the hormone that is released in males, that is testosterone. So because of this hormone released in males, it has the tendency to increase the muscle mass and strength. So because of that, the weight of heart that is made up of muscles, so weight of heart is going to be higher in the case of males. अब अगर size of human heart को समझे, so it is going to be roughly about the size of a fist. So when you close your palm with your fingers in, whatever size you get is the approximate size of the heart. So it is around 12 centimeters in length, 8 in width, and 6 centimeters in thickness. So that was about the location, weight, and the size of heart. Now when we speak about the protection of the heart, it is because of the two colored membranous covering that makes up a sac. So this sac is going to be called as pericardium. Now this pericardium is going to cover the entire heart, जिसकी वजह से उसको extra protection मिलता है. And before this protection, even we saw one more protection, that was because of the thoracic cavity. So both thoracic cavity as well as the pericardium are going to be the protective coverings. Now one more important point to understand about heart is going to be roughly a conical structure. So this conical shaped heart, roughly conical, is going to have a tapering end, and this tapering end like this is going to be called as the apex of heart. Now this apex of heart is going to be slightly tilted towards the left. So ये जो conical part, that is the apex, is not going to be in the center. वो center में नहीं होते हुए it will be shifted or tilted towards the left. So you can see in this particular heart photograph wherein the apex is going to be tilted towards the left side. और ये लेफ्ट साइड के टिल्ट की वजह से only the reason for the left lung to have a cardiac notch. So you can see in the figure 1 that the left lung is going to have a cardiac notch to adjust the left apex of the heart. So to accommodate this apex, the left lung is going to have a notch. So in this way you can relate the two chapters, that is respiratory and the circulatory chapter. So that was just a brief introduction for the heart. Now let's understand the details of the heart, but before that we have to understand the protective covering, that is pericardium. So let's get understanding about pericardium. So now let's understand about the protective covering of heart, that is pericardium. A pericardium जो होती है, it is a double layer membrane which is going to have the outer layer called as fibrous membrane and the inner layer as the serous membrane. अब इनर लेयर जो होती है, इट इज नॉट अ सिंगल लेयर. उसकी जो आउटर लेयर होती है विच इज नियरर टू द fibrous membrane is called as parietal membrane, and one which is nearer to the heart is going to be called as a visceral membrane. Now to understand why is it called as visceral membrane, because all the hollow organs, whatever hollow organs are present in your body are called as viscera. So viscera के ऊपर से the name has come as visceral. So heart being a hollow organ, so heart के पास में जो membrane होगी, it is the inner visceral membrane. So with this we understand the details of the pericardium. अब pericardium जो है, you can see the layers of pericardium in this photograph, that is the fibrous membrane. After the fibrous layer comes your parietal pericardium, then the visceral pericardium, and then between the parietal pericardium and the visceral pericardium is going to be a space. Now this space is going to be called as pericardial space. सो ये तो मेम्ब्रेन्स के बीच में जो जगह बचती है उसको बोलते हैं पेरिकार्डियल स्पेस, एंड बिटवीन दिस स्पेस देयर इज अ फ्लूइड सर्कुलेटिंग. सो दिस फ्लूइड व्हिच गेट्स सर्कुलेटेड इज कॉल्ड एज पेरिकार्डियल फ्लूइड. सो जैसे पेरिकार्डियम है, पेरिकार्डियल स्पेस, पेरिकार्डियल फ्लूइड. नाउ व्हाई और व्हाट इज द फंक्शन ऑफ दिस फ्लूइड? फंक्शन ऑफ दिस फ्लूइड इज एज, जैसे दो मेम्ब्रेन्स अगर पास पास में है, what is going to happen? There is going to be friction and rubbing of the membranes whenever the heart contracts and relax. So during that case, when the membranes get rubbed against each other, वो heat produce होती है. So you know, whenever two surface gets rubbing against each other, they have friction and produce heat. So whatever the heat or the rubbing action occurs, to avoid the friction and heat produced, there is a fluid that is circulating between the membranes. So जैसे engine में coolant होता है to reduce the rubbing or the friction action, वैसे ही in the heart to prevent friction and the heat generation, a circulating fluid occurs in the pericardial space. So that was the logic behind the nature's adding pericardial fluid. Now let's understand about the next part, that is the layers of heart. So heart walls होती है, उसके अंदर different layers होते हैं. So the outer layer that is nearer to the visceral pericardium, उसको बोलते हैं epicardium. But to understand in detail, epicardium is nothing but the visceral pericardium. विसरल पेरिकार्डियम को ही एपिकार्डियम भी बोलते हैं. सो टू अपडेट, विसरल पेरिकार्डियम is going to be nothing but epicardium. So you do not get confused if you see visceral pericardium or epipericardium, both are one and the same. फिर एपिकार्डियम के बाद आता है मिडिल मायोकार्डियम. मायो वर्ड refers to what? Muscles. So this middle layer is going to be made up of the cardiac muscles along with the collagen. So collagen is going to help bind those muscles together, and these cardiac muscles are of two types. So first will be the muscle cells जो contract होते हैं, and second is going to be the pacemaker cells. So these pacemaker cells are going to work for the conduction system. So as I told you, human heart is going to be myogenic. So वो अपना action potential खुद generate करते हैं. So for that generation, these pacemaker cells are going to help. So that comes under the middle myocardium. फिर लास्ट में आता है the inner endocardium. Now this endocardium is going to cover the entire heart chambers and valves. So after this, the heart is going to have a hollow chamber. So again in the photograph you can understand the layers of myocardium and endocardium. So with this we cover the understanding of heart walls. Now let's get understanding the major part of heart. Now let's understand about the detailed structures and labelings of the heart. Now this is a kind little understanding कि ये जो diagram है, it is not the real explanation for the heart. It is going to be called as a box diagram. So these diagrams are made so that the structure is clearly visible and you can remember all the labelings for this structure. So हम यहाँ पे देखेंगे about human heart in the box diagram. So you know human heart is going to be made up of 4 chambers. So 4 chambers जो होते हैं they are going to be the upper chambers जिसको बोलते हैं atria and the lower chambers that are called as ventricles. अब जो atria होते हैं since they receive blood they are going to be called as the receiving chambers, and since ventricles are going to distribute or discharge the blood they are called as discharging chambers. So atria जो होता है in the size when you compare for atria and ventricles, the atria are going to be smaller in size compared to the ventricles. Now these atria are going to be left and right atrium. So when you compare the size of that, you are going to understand that the right atria is going to be larger than the left atria, और ventricles में left and right compare करें then the right ventricle is smaller than the left ventricle. So based on this knowledge about size we are going to make up the box diagram of the heart. So after this we are going to start understanding about each and every labeling that is present for the heart. So let's start with the first labeling, that is superior vena cava. Superior vena cava जो एक vein है, it is going to take the deoxygenated blood from the upper half of the body and take it up till the right atrium. So upper half body से collection will be done by the superior vena cava. अब कोरोनरी साइनस भी एक वेन होती है which is going to take up the blood from the heart muscles. So heart muscles also respire and release carbon dioxide. So that is going to be taken care with the help of coronary sinus. Inferior vena cava जो है that is responsible for the lower half of the body. Now all these veins are going to take up the deoxygenated blood that is from entire body and transport it up till the right atrium. अब right atrium के बाद आता है right ventricle. So right atrium and right ventricle together are going to make up the right heart. So right heart is generally responsible for the deoxygenated blood. So once the deoxygenated blood reaches the right atrium, it will come to the right ventricle. But right atrium or right ventricle को separate करने के लिए there is a wall between that is called as atrioventricular septum. So auricles and the ventricles are going to be separated because of this wall called as atrioventricular septum. But since जैसे blood needs to flow from the right atrium up till the right ventricle, बीच में there is a small opening like window that is called as tricuspid valve. So वो पूरी की पूरी valve बंद नहीं है, there is going to be a opening that is a tricuspid valve. So understanding about tricuspid valve called chordae tendineae and the papillary muscles, you need to understand a simple logic or an example that will help you to understand these three structures. So ये तीन जो structures है, you need to remember that windows which have panels between them, so that close and open when the wind blows. So जब wind flow बहुत ज़्यादा तेज हो जाता है, what happens, your windows panels start moving forward and backwards, and if any chance there is big winds flowing, they move so fast that one time they can break. So similar case may happen with the tricuspid valve which we had compared it with the window panels. जैसे window panels बहुत तेजी से move होते हैं. So similarly whenever the blood flows from the right atrium till the right ventricle there is a lot of pressure generated. And because of this pressure, these tricuspid valves can get opened and get stuck in the right atrium and never close back again. So we don't want that to happen. So because of that, there is extra protection, and this protection is going to be provided by the chordae tendineae. So वो structure समझने के लिए how the things happen, you can remember the old locking system for windows. So windows को एक जगह पे fixed position पे attach करने के लिए there were hook system that were used. So the photograph that just appeared right now, so you can understand the example of this with the help of this particular old style locking system. So जैसे ये hook होते थे that were attached to the window panel, so that the window panel stays in its position and still the wind can flow in without breaking the window. So similarly, जैसे ये जो hook है, this hook is going to be similar to the chordae tendineae. So chordae tendineae in reality is going to be the muscle extensions. So वो एक thread like system होगा, like just like this hook, who is going to attach one side to the tricuspid valve. So wherever it attaches, it is going to be a tricuspid valve, और second side जो attachment होगी, it is going to be the papillary muscles. So again, the papillary muscles are the muscles of heart. इसका extension, that is chordae tendineae, will attach to the tricuspid valve so that the valve does not break off or get stuck between the blood flow. So that was the understanding about the three structures. Then the column quality comes. So this is again a muscle layering of the heart. Then comes your pulmonary artery. So you might know about pulmonary artery as it takes the carbon dioxide rich blood from the right ventricle and supply it up till the lungs. अब जैसे pulmonary artery is going to be a tube. So right ventricle से वो ट्यूब के अंदर directly the blood cannot flow. So there is going to be a guard which is going to sit, that is called as pulmonary semilunar valve. Now you know that जैसे moon को you say lunar. So whenever there is half moon, you are going to say semilunar. So since the shape of this valve is going to be like a half moon shape, that is semilunar, therefore the name as pulmonary semilunar valve. Now this brings to the completion of the right heart, covering the right atrium and the right ventricle. Now let's move to the left heart. लेफ्ट हार्ट में कौन कौन आता है? द लेफ्ट एट्रियम एंड द लेफ्ट वेंट्रिकल. सो लेफ्ट एट्रियम में oxygenated blood is going to enter with the help of pulmonary vein. So pulmonary vein is going to carry oxygenated blood from the lungs. So जो deoxygenated blood had been carried by the pulmonary artery is going to get rich with oxygen in the lungs and come back to the heart with the pulmonary vein. So pulmonary vein सारा oxygenated blood is going to be deposited in the right atrium. अब जो राइट एट्रियम था उसमें कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड रिच ब्लड था, बट द लेफ्ट एट्रियम हैज ऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड. सो बोथ शुड नॉट मिक्स, सो देयर इज गोइंग टू बी अ सेपरेशन that is provided by the interauricular septum. So that is going to separate your left auricle and the right atrium. So that was the separating wall. Then comes the bicuspid valve. Bicuspid valve is again like the window for moving the blood from the left atrium up to the left ventricle. So since the name is bicuspid, तो आप उससे समझ सकते हो that there are going to be two folds that are going to make up the valve. और bicuspid valve का एक special name होता है, that is mitral valve. So to remember about tricuspid valve or the bicuspid valve, there is a simple trick, that is when you say right. So let me write the trick with another color. So if you say right, so right ends with T. So tree, so you can remember tricuspid valve. So right side पे होगा tricuspid valve and remaining side is going to be the bicuspid valve. But mitral valve किसका नाम है? Is it for tricuspid or is it for bicuspid? So you can remember that with the help of mitral. Mitral valve ends with L and L is going to start, that is left. So left side पे कौन सा valve होता है? Bicuspid valve. So with that trick you can remember the position and the name, other name for mitral valve. So that was a little help from my side to remember the position and the names for bicuspid, tricuspid and mitral valve. Now let's come back again to understand the labelings. अब blood bicuspid valve से flow होके it has entered the left ventricle. So when it enters the left ventricle, the blood should not get mixed with the right ventricle's blood. So for that separation there is going to be interventricular septum, so that the left ventricle and the right ventricle are separated. So for that separation the wall is called as interventricular septum. अब right ventricle से the oxygenated blood needs to go to the tissues, so that the aorta is going to be the artery that supplies the oxygenated blood. So aorta में होगा oxygenated blood, and again there cannot be direct entry into the tubing. Again a guard needs to be sitting there, that is the aortic semilunar valve. Again the name as the half moon shaped and it is near the aorta, so aortic semilunar valve. Now one more thing to remember about here कि जो bicuspid valve होता है and the tricuspid valve, they together are going to be called as atrioventricular valve. So atrioventricular valve, let me write it down, atrioventricular वॉल, जिसको हम फर्दर नॉलेज के लिए हम याद रखेंगे एज AV valves. So if you see anywhere AV valves, it is atrioventricular valves that comprises bicuspid and the tricuspid valve. फिर वैसे ही सेमील्यूनार valve को हम लिखते हैं SL valves. So SL valves maybe there are two types, that is aortic semilunar valves and the pulmonary semilunar valves. So with this we understand each and every details about the human heart. So you can click a screenshot and you can make this table again to understand each and everything. Now let's see the structures. जो हमने पहले देखा था, that was the box diagram. For our understanding we had made it like that, but in actuality how the heart looks, it is going to look like this. So the deoxygenated blood is going to get arranged from the superior vena cava जो upper half से आता है. So it will take the blood and move up till the right atrium. Right atrium में जैसे deoxygenated blood पहुंचेगा, it has to go through the tricuspid valve. So this tricuspid valve is going to be supported by the white colored chordae tendineae, so that it does not fall off. So after that the blood is going to reach the right ventricle और right ventricle से वो जाएगा in the pulmonary artery. So pulmonary artery is going to branch open to go to the two lungs. So वो left and right lungs में जाएगी to get the oxygenated blood there. So pulmonary artery से वो lungs में जाएगी, oxygen will be gathered and then it will come back to the heart with the help of pulmonary veins. So pulmonary veins say the blood is going to reach the left atrium. Left atrium में आके it has to pass the mitral valve. Again it is going to be supported by the chordae tendineae, and then after passing the mitral valve it is coming to the left ventricle, and after the left ventricle it will pass through the aorta, और aorta से पास होने के बाद it will get distributed entire body में. So that was the entire description or just a short revision that we did in the previous slide. So to understand the better details of tricuspid valve, the bicuspid or the mitral valve, how do they look, how is the aortic valve, that is the aortic semilunar valve, the pulmonary semilunar valve. So you can understand that in this particular photograph. Now let's understand another major topic, that is fetal heart. A fetal heart जो होता है, it is going to be a bit different from the adult heart. Adult heart is going to be well developed. So fetal heart, when the child gets older, it will get similar to the adult heart. But fetal heart में क्या differences है, you should know that as well. So let's understand what are the differences. So differences are going to start from when this blood is going to come from the superior vena cava, coronary sinus, inferior vena cava, सब blood जो है it is going to come inside the right atrium. So that was similar to the adult heart. So right atrium में आने के बाद the blood should have gone to the tricuspid valve and had entered the right ventricle. But in fetal heart there is going to be a special opening that is going to be between the right auricle and the left atrium. तो अब ये जो orange color का part you can see, this is going to be a opening, that is वो जो पूरी valve है, that is the interauricular septum, that is not going to be an entire solid wall. Instead of that there is going to be a hole. So this hole is going to make sure that the deoxygenated blood goes into the left atrium as well. So right atrium से blood will go into the right ventricle as well as into the left atrium. So again the difference, वो right ventricle के साथ साथ left atrium में भी blood is going to go and get mixed. So again right ventricle में आने के बाद it had to go where, it needs to go into the pulmonary artery. So pulmonary artery में when the blood goes, it is going to meet one more division. अब ये division को समझने के पहले we will see one more difference, that is right ventricle में जो blood आता है it needs to go entirely in the pulmonary artery. But instead of that, some blood goes into the left ventricle with the help of another opening that is shown with the green color. So ये green color से जो opening है, because of that the blood from right ventricle can move into the left ventricle. So again this is the second difference that is seen in the fetal heart. अब pulmonary artery से blood ऊपर needs to go in the lungs. अब fetal heart से जो खून जाता है in the lungs, but lungs are going to be immature. वो पूरी तरह अभी तक बने नहीं हैं, which are going to get oxygen into the deoxygenated blood. So जो lungs का काम है that is going to be done by the placenta, which is a mother's part. So pulmonary artery से जो blood है that is going to reach the lungs is going to come back, and where it needs to go, can it go back into the pulmonary artery? No, instead of that it will take a diversion and enter the aorta. So this special connection is provided in the fetal heart क्योंकि lungs immature है. Since the lungs are immature, that blood needs to be diverted into the aorta directly. So pulmonary artery से aorta तक का direct diversion is going to be the third difference for the fetal heart. Now aorta में जैसे the blood has entered, it is going to go down. So pulmonary artery से aorta में चला गया था and right atrium से left atrium में भी blood जा रहा था. So the entire connection has been completed. And since fetal heart जो होता है, it receives only oxygenated blood. So even if there is mixing of blood, there is no difference. After the fetus, that is the newborn, has been born, all these bypasses or the differences needs to be closed. But before understanding that, let's see the names of these special bypass that are being provided in the fetal heart. So first bypass जो होता है, it is called as foramen ovale. So foramen ovale जो होता है, it is the hole or the opening between the right atrium and the left atrium के बीच में होता है foramen ovale. So fetal heart, when it gets matured enough, this foramen ovale is going to get closed. So when it gets closed, it is going to be called as another name. But now let's see about the next opening, that is called as ductus arteriosus. Ductus arteriosus होता है between the pulmonary artery and the aorta. So that is a special direct diversion for the blood in the pulmonary artery going into the aorta. Again, this needs to be closed when the heart matures. So अगर foramen ovale close हो रहा है, it is going to be called as fossa ovalis, and when ductus arteriosus gets closed, it will be called as ligamentum arteriosum. But always these holes get closed is not necessary. Sometimes there are defects that occurs when these specific bypasses does not get closed. So अगर ये close नहीं होता है, then they are going to create defects in the newborn. So let's see about that. So अगर foramen ovale close होने की जगह पे, if it doesn't get closed, so it creates a defect that is called as patent fossa ovale. If the green colored closing, so that is the opening between the right ventricle and the left ventricle, if it doesn't get closed, it will be called as ventricular septal defect. और थर्ड डिफेक्ट होता है, दैट इज बिकॉज ऑफ द डक्टस आर्टियोसिस. अगर वो क्लोज नहीं होता है, देन द डिसीज इज कॉल्ड एज पेटेंट डक्टस आर्टियोसिस. So all these things, that is patent ductus arteriosus, patent fossa ovale and the ventricular septal defect, together are called as congenital heart diseases. Congenital matlab which are occurring from the birth. So congenital heart diseases are going to be problems because of deoxygenated blood is going to be supplied to the body. अब जैसे the fetus is going to take birth, when the connection from the umbilical cord has been cut off, what is going to happen? All the systems, that was pulmonary artery से जो direct bypass था, instead of that the blood is going to go up till the lungs for diffusion. So again it needs to come back. So in all that, circulatory system is going to get disturbed if there is these bypasses occurring. So अगर ये bypass close नहीं होते हैं, then the deoxygenated blood is going to get supplied to the baby's body. So that should not happen. But if it is happening because of opening of one or more than one of these bypasses, then the condition is going to be called as cyanosis. So baby can turn blue if there is lack of oxygen in the body because of deoxygenated blood supplied. So cyanosis हो जाता है, that is the baby does not get oxygen enough. So ये जो holes होते हैं, that is these bypasses, when they do not get closed, so when the baby matures and start walking or crawling, in that particular conditions, the parents can understand that the baby is not that active, it is lethargic, वो उतने एक्टिविटीज नहीं कर रहा है as a normal child should do. And in that case the doctor can understand that it may suffer from a congenital heart disease, that is any of those gateways are left open, they are not closed, and if they do not get closed, then it is called a condition that is hole in heart. So hole in heart, if you read about it or if you have heard about कि किसी के heart में hole है, so it is not an actual hole, but it is the inability for the closure of these gateways that you have read just now. So if any of those special gateways do not get closed, so you call it in normal languages as hole in a heart. So that was about the fetal heart. Now, congenital heart diseases जो तीन थे, that is patent ductuosis, patent foramen ovale and the ventricular septal defect. उसमें से जो hole in heart बोलते हैं, so ventricular septal defect is generally the case that is seen. Most of the conditions ventricular septal defect has been occurring when the person says that he has a hole in his heart. So in this diagrams you can see the actual understanding for these conditions, जहाँ पे patent ductus arteriosus में aorta और pulmonary artery के बीच में there is exchange of blood. Patent foramen ovale के condition में there is exchange between the right atrium and the left atrium, और ventricular septal defect में right ventricle से left ventricle में the blood gets exchanged. So that was about the congenital heart diseases. Now let's see how the actual heartbeat and the heart functions, that is conduction system of human heart. So human heart, since we say that it is a myogenic type of heart, यानी वो अपने action potentials खुद generate करता है, so for that they needs to have some specific pacemaker cells. So these pacemaker cells are going to get patched in a specific location. So one location is called as sinoarterial node, or also shortened as SAN. So this sinoarterial node is going to be present at the upper right corner of the right atrium. So you can locate it in the photograph here. So this sinoatrial node is going to be making or starting the action potentials. Second patch होता है wherein these pacemaker cells are found, that are called as atrioventricular node, जिसको short में AVN भी बोलते हैं. So it is going to be located at the left corner of the right atrium. So again you can locate it in this diagram. So these two are the nodes which are going to help generate the action potential for the conduction of the heart. So once the action potential has been generated, after that it is going to be transported to the entire heart. So पहले is a node, that is sinoatrial node में the action potentials will be generated, then it will be transported till the AV node, or AV node से it will go and form the left and the right bundle. So you can locate the left bundle, then you can locate the right bundle, or left and right bundle say there are going to be small minute fibers that will be emerging out of these bundles, which is called as Purkinje fibers. So these Purkinje fibers are going to get spreaded in the entire ventricles, or when you combine the Purkinje fibers, the right bundle and the left bundle, you come to call it as His bundle, bundle of His. So that was the labelings that we saw for this conduction system. Now once the heart muscles have generated the electric impulse, फिर वो it is going to go across the heart and cause the contraction and relaxations of the heart. So SA node जो होता है, that is sinoatrial node, it is going to initiate the maximum number of action potentials. So maximum number कितना होता है? It is about 70 to 75 per minute. So after that it needs to maintain the rhythmic contractile activity of the heart by producing those action potentials, and because of that reason the SA node is also called as the pacemaker of the heart, since it is initiating the action potentials. अब AV node जो होता है, AV node is going to be called as the pace setter. Now why is it called as pace setter? Because you might have seen in movies that person when gets hurt between an accident, so sometimes when the person is taken from the accident spot up till the hospital, in that particular case वो हार्ट बीट्स इतने सुनाई नहीं आती है, but still the person can speak. Now how does that happen? So in that case the AV node has the ability to keep that heartbeats up till 45 times per minute. So it will maintain that ability of the heart. That is why it is called as pace setter. So in that particular time, till the time that AV node is working, till that time the person can be revived, and then उस condition में the person can still get from the deathbed to the living condition. So that was about AV node. Then average heart rate जो होती है for human beings, it is going to be 72 times per minute. So generally a SA node जो होता है, that is sinoatrial node, it functions producing action potential for about 72 times per minute. Now let's understand about the cardiac cycle. अब cardiac cycle क्या होता है? Cardiac cycle is going to be the repeating pattern of the contraction and the relaxation of the heart. So whatever the action potentials have been generated by the SA node and the AV node, they are going to cause the contraction and the relaxation of the muscle. So वो जो repeated pattern में from the birth up till the death जो हार्ट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट एंड रिलैक्स होता है, पंपिंग ब्लड, इज नथिंग बट कार्डियक साइकिल. सो द फेज ऑफ कॉन्ट्रैक्शन, जब हार्ट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट करता है यू कॉल इट सिस्टोल, एंड व्हेन देयर इज रिलैक्सेशन ऑफ हार्ट यू कॉल इट डायस्टोल. सो दीज आर द टू टर्म्स दैट यू नीड टू रिमेंबर फॉर अंडरस्टैंडिंग कार्डियक cycle. So in a way you can define cardiac cycle as a systole plus diastole. So one systole plus one diastole is going to complete one cardiac cycle. So now let's see about it in detail. So पहले cardiac cycle start होती है when the blood is going to come from the pulmonary veins and the vena cava and fill the left and the right atria. So अब यहाँ पे हम डायग्राम से समझेंगे that the vena cava, that is superior vena cava, coronary sinus and the inferior vena cava are going to deposit their blood in the right atrium. Right atrium में blood fill up होगा at the first place, and pulmonary vein से भी the blood is going to come and get filled in the left atrium. उसके बाद क्या होगा? After that the SA node is going to generate the action potential, और action potential जैसे ही generate होगा the atria is going to go for contraction. Whenever atria goes under contraction it is going to get squeezed. तो जैसे ही एट्रिया स्क्वीज होते हैं यू कॉल इट एट्रियल सिस्टोल. सो एट्रियल सिस्टोल में the 30% blood is going to get into the ventricles. So जैसे ही एट्रियल सिस्टोल होगा 30% blood is going to go into the respective ventricles. So once it gets into the ventricles, now what is the next step occurring? After that thing, once the action potential has been generated in the SA node, it will travel to the AV node, then to the bundle of His, and जैसे ही वो ventricles के पास पहुँचेगा, then the ventricle muscles will contract and that state would be called as ventricular systole. So ventricular systole में क्या होगा? The ventricles are going to get squeezed. अब क्या होता है? Whenever the action potential has been generated and reached that particular area, till that time the effect is lasting. So जैसे SA node में signal generate हुआ, since the SA node is located in the atria, in that region contraction occurs. अब जैसे ऐसे नोड से वो AV नोड के पास जाता है, till that time the effect of contraction for atria is going to decrease. So contraction decrease हुआ, and since it is going nearer to the ventricles, the contraction for ventricles is going to increase, and relaxation for atria is going to increase. So simultaneously the things needs to occur. So ventricular systole जो होता है उसी के साथ साथ there is going to be atrial diastole. So ventricles contract होंगे, ventricles will squeeze and atria will relax. So it is going to go hand in hand. So तब तक blood is going to reach up till the respective ventricles. जैसे ही blood ventricles में पहुंचेगा, what is going to happen? The pressure in the ventricles is going to increase. Now once the pressure in the ventricles increases, what is going to happen? Pressure in the veins, जैसे यहाँ पे aorta है and on the right ventricle there is pulmonary artery. So उनके comparison में ventricles में pressure ज़्यादा है, and because of the difference in pressure, the semilunar valves are going to get opened. Now when these semilunar valves get opened, the blood from the ventricles is going to go into the respective tubing. Now once it goes into that, again the ventricles pressure will go down, क्योंकि अब जो ब्लड था वो तो पहुंच गया into the pulmonary artery and the aorta. अब ventricles का प्रेशर हो गया कम, and this pressure is lower in the comparison to the atrium. Now what is going to happen? The AV valves यानी कौन से होते हैं? Bicuspid and the tricuspid valves. The bicuspid and the tricuspid valves are going to get opened. Now when before it gets opened, the ventricles का pressure कम होता है. In that case, the ventricles undergo relaxation, that is called as ventricular diastole. अब जैसे ही ये होगा, AV valves खुल जाएंगे and again the blood coming from the atrium are going to fall into the ventricles. Now when that happens, during that condition, both atria and ventricles will undergo relaxation, और उसके कंडीशन को बोलते हैं जॉइंट डायस्टोल. जॉइंट डायस्टोल यानी एट्रिया और वेंट्रिकल्स दोनों होंगे इन द रिलैक्सेशन स्टेट, एंड without any obstruction the blood is going to flow from atria to the ventricles. Now this will happen up till the next action potential is generated. Now once the next action potential is generated by the SA node, again the entire cardiac cycle, that is squeezing of the atria, then squeezing of ventricles, relaxation of atria, all that stuff is going to again start occurring, और ये process from your birth to the end of your life is going to keep on continuing. That is the beauty of cardiac cycle. So cardiac cycle समझ आ गई. Okay, very good. Now let's revise कि average heart rate जो होती है it is going to be 72 times per minute. Now what do you understand heart rate to be 72 times per minute in the terms of cardiac cycle? Cardiac cycle के terms में if you speak, then the heart undergoes systolic and the diastolic stage, that is one entire cardiac cycle is completed 72 times per minute. Now with your maths abilities, can you tell me एक हार्ट बीट को कितना टाइम लगेगा? It is going to be 0.8 seconds. So 0.8 second is the time that is required for one cardiac cycle to get completed. So one cardiac cycle needs 0.8 seconds to finish. अब ये 0.8 seconds में सिस्टोल डायस्टोल conditions कैसे होती है? Let's understand with the help of a simple table. So in this table there will be time starting from 0.1 second up to 0.8 seconds, and the states of atria and the ventricles will be mentioned. अब अगर 0.1 second पे if you stop the clock and if you see the state of atria, it will be in the contracted state यानी वो systole में होगी. Ventricle state is going to be in the relaxed state यानी वो diastole में होगी. Then at from 0.2 up till 0.4 there is going to be relaxation state for atria, that is it will be in its diastole और ventricles होंगे in its systole state. Up from 0.5 seconds to 0.8 seconds there will be relaxation for both atria and the ventricles. अब ये सब क्या है, we have different colors provided over here. So atria का जो state है that is atrial what do you say, atrial systole. So atrial systole is going to last for 0.1 seconds and the ventricular systole is going to be ventricular diastole first आता है. So ventricular diastole होगा for 0.1 second. अब अगर हम बात करें about atrial diastole, so atrial diastole कितने टाइम के लिए होगा, atrial diastole will be for 0.3 seconds और उसी के साथ साथ ventricular systole का भी टाइम कितना होगा, it will be 0.3 seconds. So again with that help of the table, because ये साथ साथ में हो रहा है, because of that the timings will be same. But after that it comes the joint diastole. Joint diastole यानी both atria and ventricles are going to be in relaxed state, that will be occurring for 0.4 seconds, that is starting from 0.5 to 0.8 seconds. अब इसके बाद when you see at the positions or the conditions of the AV valve and the SL valve, in that case you can see कि 0.2 seconds पे the AV valves are going to get closed, वो shut होते हैं, and when these valves get shut there is going to be a sound produced that is called as lub. So this is the first sound that you hear from the stethoscope, that is lub, and 0.2 second पे SL valve is going to remain open. अब 0.5 second पे the AV valve, that is atrioventricular valve, जिसमें include होते हैं bicuspid and the tricuspid valves are going to get opened, which were shut at 0.2, and once these open the semilunar valves are going to get closed, and when these semilunar valves get closed second sound is produced, that is dub. अब ये lub dub is going to continue, that produces the heart sound that you hear with the help of stethoscope. अब ये लब और डब के बारे में थोड़ी जानकारी लेते हैं. So lub is going to be the sound which is because of closure of the AV valves, whereas the dub is going to be because of closure of semilunar valves. Lub जो sound है, it is happening during the ventricular systole, and dub begins at the beginning of the ventricular diastole. फिर लब जो होता है, very important to remember, it is going to be low pitched and long duration sound, और डब जो होता है it is high pitched and short duration sound. So these are the differences between the sounds of heart, that is lub and dub. अब ये तो हो गया about cardiac cycle की extra knowledge. Now let's see some definitions over here. So first definition होती है, that is stroke volume. Stroke volume क्या होता है? Stroke volume is whatever the ventricle is releasing blood into the aorta or the pulmonary artery is going to be called as stroke volume. So stroke volume की जो amount होती है, it is about 70 ml of blood, and this 70 ml of blood is going to be released by ventricles once they get squeezed. अब ये जो squeezing of ventricles होता है, that is continuously occurring, and whenever the stroke volume is multiplied by the number of beats, it will give you cardiac output. अब cardiac output कितना होता है, you can get calculative with it. So maths के सारे logics you can use, and you can know that since the stroke volume is going to be 70 ml of blood, and it is going to, you know, give the average beats, that is 72 times, that will be about 5040 ml of blood, which is approximately 5 liters. So 5 liters is going to be your cardiac output, that is going to come in your 1 minute. So ventricles कितना blood pump करते हैं, it is approximately 5 liters that your ventricles pump per minute. नेक्स्ट, अभी स्ट्रोक वॉल्यूम और जो हार्ट रेट होता है, इट कैन गेट चेंज्ड according to your body needs, so that can also change your cardiac output. So 5 liters is not a fixed value, it can get changed as the stroke volume and the heart rate changes. So again you need to perform maths. If your questions ask you that heart rate अगर 72 से 70 या 75 कर दे, so your question may change and they can ask you the cardiac output in that particular case. So for example, if you take a case for athlete, so athlete जो होते हैं, they have, you know, running habits. So in that running habits, they are going to have higher cardiac output. If you are doing exercise, so during exercise your, you know, जो heartbeat होती है, that is going to increase. So heartbeat once increases, what is going to happen, your cardiac output can increase up to 5 times. So cardiac output जो पहले 5 liters आती थी, that can change up to 25 liters. But once you do strenuous exercise and बहुत vigorous exercise mode पे हो, once you have to release, you know, 5 kgs in 15 days, so you undergo strenuous exercise, so that cardiac output can increase about 6 to 7 times. So once it increases 6 to 7 times, it can change because oxygen needed in that particular conditions increases. So जैसे oxygen levels needed ज़्यादा होती है, then your heart rate increases, and once heart rate increases, cardiac output alters. So with this we complete the entire study for heart. उसके heart beats पढ़े हमने, we studied about heart rate, we saw about heart sounds. All that thing covers the entire study about heart for this chapter. Along with that, we also cover our next part of the top chapter about heart. So we will end this video here. I hope you understood each and every topic regarding this heart. अगर आपको किसी में भी दिक्कत हो रही है, you can always rewind the video and understand that particular concept again and again. If you have any queries, you can comment it down below this video. I will try to help you understand that concept very well. So with this, we complete our video for now. We will come back soon with the last part of this chapter. Till then, you have to do the drill, that is like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon. Once you subscribe, hit the like button. You can help reach this video to more and more people, so you are helping other people to understand these concepts. So be a helping hand for biophilia to reach out many more people who need help in studies. So till then, keep helping, stay smiling, keep studying hard, stay motivated. Till you meet next time. Thank you.